Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to my classmate, also madam. And today I would like to share about the Japanese principle that I myself has been go through and study about this. It's about the Japanese principle in how we're living our life in our daily life, when we're working, we are studying, or just living our life in general. So let me talk about what problems we are having right now. Firstly, the pressure on how we're living our lives. As we can see, in this day of age, youngsters feel pressured about how they live their life. They think that they have to wear a certain brand. They think that they have to pursue a certain field just to satisfy other people, whether it's friends or close family. And this isn't healthy at all. When we are doing something not because we enjoy doing so, it will do harm to ourselves. Let's say I'm the neighbor, and my neighbor used Mercedes to go to work. I might feel impressed for just 5 seconds, but him, who has a secure income, would not feel like to entertain other people. But we have to realize that we live in our own term, with our own salary, and we must know our own limitation. So we must not feel pressured about the people around us, because our path is so different and our experience is so different. And also, our problem is always wanting more. The emergence of buy now, pay later is actually harmful for the youngsters. We spend money that we don't have on things we don't need at all. So this thing will create a surplus to our own self. At one point, we feel cluttered with all the monthly payment that we have. Now, we have the subscription of Spotify and Netflix that we must pay monthly. This is not a tangible thing, but we must pay in order to satisfy our needs and the payment. By realizing this, we must do something to reduce our spending on clothing, on things we spend, foods and stuff. We have to be conscious about our spending. If not, we'll pay the consequence tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and it will happen. And next is struggle to keep up. When the society has a big expectation for us, we feel like, oh, we have to caught up, or else we feel like left behind. But it's not true at all. When we work on ourselves and we spend things that we need with our own expenses, it is much better to live that life. And finally, like physical and mental health. As we studying and working, we don't see our health as one of the most important aspects in our life. But our body is the same body since we were born. So 60 and 70 years later, this is the same body that we have to live in. So I'd like to introduce to you the Japanese way of living life. Firstly, is modest and moderate, just enough. Do you know in Japanese culture, even if you're rich, you will still urge to buy a smaller house with a smaller vehicle. This is because to them, buying all this extravagant stuff does not fulfill your own life. I mean, like, you have to think about it. The shoe that you bought 5 years ago, you might enjoy them 4 to 3 years for comfort. I enjoy myself buying my own shoes. I have my own obsession about shoes, but I realize it doesn't satisfy my own experience. When you are 20, when you're 21, 22, your energy is filled with electric, and it must be, spread. And buying all this object will not satisfy your own needs. So all you have to do is invest on experience. So I myself took this decision 3 to 4 years ago to save on more trips, and it's the most fulfilling experience I ever had. I still buy shoes that I desired, but I will buy considerate amount. I will not buy if not needed. If I know I have a formal shoe, I do not need another one. If I buy a sneaker, I don't need another one. Though sometimes I broke 1 or 2 of that rule just to buy, okay, I need that white shoe. Once in a while, it's okay. Next is live less and small. I myself went to a solo trip to Japan. When I went to Kyoto, there's this vending machine. In that vending machine, there's this big Coke bottle, and then there's a smaller Coke bottle, and they both have the same price tag. It is no-brainer if like Malaysian or if you see this deal, of course you want to buy the things that is bigger amount. The same way that when they go to groceries, when they're trying to buy sawi in that little packaging, there's 2 sawi and then there's 4 sawi, but both same price. When asked why do they do that, the answer will always be, if you ask any citizen of Japanese who actually living like the Japanese, ia betsu ni iranai kara, which is I do not need it. Even though they have money to spend on bigger apartment, they would not. They feel like, why would I do that? If you think about it, all the celebrities that you admire, they have all these big mansions, or they have a 17 bedroom with 13 toilets and much. And most of them are left empty. Why? Because they have the capability to buy those things. But is it fulfilling for them? Of course not. Because if they want to invite the families or friends, they wouldn't let them stay in that space anyway. They will rent a yard, for example. So all this space is limited. But all these, rich people will use all the money to maximize. I understand that. But we as people who are, normal citizens must realize that we don't need extravagant stuff and love small things. Just enough. And next is design space precisely. In Japan, everything is small. The road is small, the car is small, the people is small, and the packaging is small. Kawaii, cute. So kawaii is not just about anime. I don't even watch anime. But the principle itself, value the space and object just enough. When you're in Malaysia, or you feel like, oh, I have extra 300 gram of deal, might as well do that. But then you will not use it and it will go waste. So one thing that I read interesting, in Japan, if you arrive early in your workspace, you will park the furthest because you want the people who came late to park nearer the office. So that's kind of mentality that we are far to catch on. But we must be on track to be there. And it starts with yourself, individual. If you want to expect a class of people to react to this way, it is not possible. It must come within. So you must realize that buying all this extravagant stuff will not fully satisfy your needs, will not fully satisfy your wants, because it always wants more. When you put add to cart to your item in your shopping, when you buy them, or you feel satisfied for just a day, the next day you will find another item to be obsessed with, and you will never ever be satisfied. And that is why I think this Japanese principle of living life to the fullest, with the maximize of what we can do with small but moderate and fulfilling life. And I think Betsu ni iranai kara is something that I use every single day. Of course, there's some day that I would like to spoil myself. It's okay, we all do. But we must realize that our life is a marathon, not a sprint. If you want to satisfy other people, it will not last long. In 4 to 5 years' time, all the people that is around us might not be even there anymore to witness all your glory. So might as well do it for yourself. Why do it for others? And that is why I like to promote this Japanese principle for our daily life. And that is all from me. Thank you.